Have you ever noticed that sometimes the things we desire the most are the very things that hurt us the deepest? The relationship we thought would finally complete us? The achievement we believed would finally bring peace? The recognition we spent years trying to obtain? And then, when we finally reach what we were chasing, something unexpected happens. A strange feeling appears. A question remains. Something still feels incomplete. And in that moment we meet one of the most challenging experiences of human life: disappointment. But what if disappointment was not only a loss? What if it was a message? What if the moments that break our expectations are actually revealing something we were unable to see before? This is the first great doorway of our journey. In this episode of A Cosmic Message, The Awakening Journey, we will explore the deeper meaning of disappointment and why some of our most painful experiences may carry the greatest opportunities for transformation. This series is inspired by the book A Cosmic Message by Gilberto Franzoni, a work that explores the awakening of consciousness and the relationship between human beings, their essence, and the universe. But today, we are not simply analyzing an idea. We are exploring something every human being experiences: the moment when reality does not match the image we created. Imagine someone who spends years searching for the perfect house. They visualize it every day. They believe, "When I finally have this place, I will feel complete." They work, they sacrifice, they plan. They build their entire future around this moment. Until one day, they finally get the house. They walk through the door. Everything looks exactly as they imagined. But after some time, they notice something. The house is beautiful. Everything is in the right place. But the feeling they expected never arrived, so they ask, did the house fail? Or did they ask the house to provide something it was never capable of giving? And this is one of the deepest patterns of human experience. We often expect external things to solve internal questions. We expect someone else to give us identity. We expect achievements to give us worth. We expect the world to confirm who we are. And when reality does not fulfill that expectation, we experience disappointment. But there is something fascinating about disappointment. It rarely appears without expectation. We can only be disappointed by something we first created an image of. And maybe this is the first key. Disappointment reveals where we created an illusion. It shows where we placed our trust. It reveals what we believed would complete us. This does not mean that goals are wrong. It does not mean relationships, dreams, or achievements have no value. The deeper lesson is this: the problem is not experiencing life. The problem is believing that something outside of us can fill something that belongs to our inner world. Imagine someone looking at themselves in a mirror. They dislike what they see, so every day they try to change the reflection. They clean the mirror. They argue with the mirror. They try to convince the reflection to become different, but nothing changes. Because the problem was never the mirror. It was the person standing in front of it. Many times we do the same thing with life. We try to change only the reflection. We change locations, we change relationships, we change circumstances, but we carry the same inner state with us. The same fears, the same beliefs, the same unresolved patterns, and eventually, the same experiences appear again, because the external world often reflects the internal world. Perhaps one of the greatest illusions of human existence is believing, my peace will come in the next moment. When I achieve this, when this person arrives, when this problem disappears, then I will finally be okay. But this creates a life spent waiting. We are always negotiating with the future, always chasing the next moment. And when we finally arrive, we bring ourselves with us, the same mind, the same fears, the same questions. Because external change cannot replace inner transformation. So we must ask, if disappointment reveals our illusions, is it truly our enemy? Maybe not. Maybe it is a teacher that arrives without invitation, a teacher that sometimes hurts, a teacher that forces us to look at what we were avoiding. Disappointment is like a storm. While we are inside it, everything feels like destruction. The wind removes what we built. The rain blocks our vision. Everything feels uncertain. But after the storm passes, we see things we could not see before. We see what was fragile. We see what needed to be rebuilt. We see what was never truly aligned with us. Maybe some things you lost in life were not taken away from you. Maybe they were removing something that was preventing you from discovering something deeper. Because there is a difference between losing something and being released from something. And that difference changes everything. In A Cosmic Message, the reflection on disappointment leads us to an important question. Where are we truly searching? Are we looking outside for something that can only be discovered within? Are we expecting the world to give us an answer that our own awareness must uncover? Because when someone begins this inner investigation, something changes. The question transforms. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we begin asking, "What is this experience trying to show me?" And a new level of awareness begins. The pain is real, the challenge is real. But something inside starts awakening, because maybe life is not trying to punish us. Maybe life is trying to reveal us. Every disappointment carries information. Every broken expectation shows something. Every ending can become an opening. But to walk through that doorway, we must release an old belief that everything we lose was necessarily a loss. Because sometimes things must fall apart, so we can finally see what was hidden behind them. And this is only the beginning. Because after an illusion falls, a new question appears. How do we rebuild? How do we transform what has been broken? How do we heal the parts of ourselves revealed through pain? In the next chapter, we enter the second great doorway, healing the balance between body, energy, and consciousness. Because after awareness begins, the next step is transformation. Welcome to the inner multiverse.